friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Now in today's class we are going to learn the another property of the light, that is the diffraction of the light. Now up to now we have learned some properties of light like reflection, refraction, dispersion, polarization, interference. Now today we will learn about the diffraction of the light. ही जी प्रॉपर्टी है बऱ्याच वेळेला तुम्ही जे ते ऑब्झर्व करता, बट हे आपण त्याला डिफ्रॅक्शन म्हणतो हे माहित नाही. ओके, सो व्हॉट इज द डिफ्रॅक्शन ॲक्च्युली? सपोज इफ अ सोर्स ऑफ लाईट इमिट्स लाईट इन वन डायरेक्शन, वी नो दॅट लाईट इज ऑलवेज मुव्हिंग इन द स्ट्रेट लाईन. ओके, स्ट्रेट लाईनमध्ये असते. सो त्या लाईटच्या मध्ये जर एखादा ऑब्स्टिकल आपण ठेवला असेल तर बॅक साईडला जर सपोज स्क्रीन ठेवली आपण, तर आपल्याला त्या स्क्रीनवरती काय होतं, ॲज इट इज त्या ऑब्जेक्टचा शॅडो आपल्याला मिळणार. ओके, so if we keep their object of with sharp edges as shown here, sharp edges चा जर ऑब्स्टिकल ठेवला असेल किंवा ऑब्जेक्ट ठेवला असेल and light is traveling in all direction but some rays they are exactly on the edges of the obstacle, म्हणजे वरचा कॉर्नर जो दाखवलाय त्याच्यावरती एक्झॅक्टली तिथे लाईट असेल. if exactly lights will travel along these edges we will observe the shadow that is the fainted at the upper level, means there are mixing of the shadows, just like a darker level it is at the bottom and just upper level it is mixed, means the gray color of the shadow will be found. How it will occur? हे कशामुळे होतंय? कारण एजेस पासून जे रे ऑफ लाईट जाणार आहे it is just slightly bent and that ray of light will get mixed with the shadow, so the color of that shadow will faint here. And this bending of light from the edges of the obstacle is nothing but the diffraction of light. Actually straight line मध्ये जाणार आहे आणि मध्ये जर कुठला ऑब्स्टिकल आला तर इट कॅन नॉट पास थ्रू द ऑब्स्टिकल. फक्त शार्प एजेसचा असेल तरच फक्त ह्याच्यामध्ये हे डिफ्रॅक्शन पॅटर्न आपल्याला दिसून येतो. ओके, सो दिस इज द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ द डिफ्रॅक्शन. ओके, वी ऑब्झर्व दॅट देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ द diffraction patterns are there. The first diffraction, it is the Fraunhofer diffraction. The name of the scientist is Fraunhofer. Okay, so he observed first time, so it is called as a Fraunhofer diffraction. So according to him, when the source and the screen, the source of the light from where the light is emitting and the screen where the diffraction pattern is observed, if these are at infinite distance from the observer, then this type of diffraction is called as Fraunhofer diffraction. त्याचा एक्सपेरिमेंटल इथं जो रे डायग्राम आहे ते पण मी डिस्प्ले केलेला आहे. वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न डिटेल इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. ओके, सो हियर ओनली वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न अबाउट द टाइप्स ऑफ द डिफ्रॅक्शन, हेन्स इट इज जस्ट ओनली द इंट्रोडक्शन. Fraunhofer diffraction, source and the screen are at infinite distance from the observer. This is Fraunhofer diffraction. Now you will observe that this type of diffraction you have seen many times. At the time of winter in the sky, during the evening time or before the evening time, if you observe in the sky, you will observe that if sun is behind any cloud, then from the clouds the ray of light are emitting just like it is spreading the light. So that is nothing but the Fraunhofer diffraction. The cloud edges are act as a sharp edges. The sun source, it is behind that obstacle, and from that edges the light rays, these are bending, and we can clearly observe that bending of the light at that point. This is Fraunhofer diffraction, because from the observer screen is also at the infinite distance and source is also at the infinite distance. Okay, this is shown with a diagram here and you can observe in the sky also. Okay, now the second type, it is the Fresnel's diffraction. This is the second type. The next scientist, Fresnel, he discovered that this type of diffraction occur when the source of the light and the screen both are at the finite distance from the observer, so we can able to carry out the experiment in the laboratories also. So this type of diffraction we observe is called as a Fresnel's diffraction. I have shown here this Fresnel's diffraction also. Okay, here the source slit, and from that slit the light is bending from the edges and we are getting the diffraction pattern on the screen. Actually, diffraction pattern means what? How it will appear? It will appear on the screen, say similar like to the interference pattern. Alternate dark and bright fringes we will get here as a diffraction pattern. But these are different from the interference pattern. Okay, but we are getting the same alternate dark and bright colors. So this is the second type. And how these are differ from each other, I have shown here in the table format. Okay, you observe this table format, you will observe that the difference between the Fresnel and Fraunhofer diffraction. Hope you understand this diffraction pattern. It's two types and the difference between its two types. So if you have any doubt, please comment here, like our videos, share it and subscribe our channel.